Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to an adoption vlog in the not so distant past. Today is June 17th, 2020. Doing a quick update before I head off to work, but I just found out that a family is traveling tomorrow to go pick up their little boy, which is fantastic news because that means Bulgaria is opening up again for parents to come pick up their kids. Don't know any details yet, but I'm guessing there's a mandatory quarantine for them for 14 days because that's what's typical for people coming from outside of Europe. But oh my gosh, that makes me so happy. It also kind of makes me a little angry because if my court date wasn't canceled, we would be traveling within the next couple weeks. Oh wow. So that kind of frustrates me a bit, but it is what it is. I'm just happy that borders are opening up again, at least for adoptive families. I think they are with the same non-government organization as me, the same agency in Bulgaria, the same, I don't know what to call it, the adoption organization that's in Bulgaria. So even though they are not Canadian and they're not using my same agency here, we're with the same one over there. And from what I've heard is they've been really fighting to get adoptive parents to have that exemption to be able to travel, because the exemption is that people who have relatives in Bulgaria can go. So technically there are children after we pass court, so we should be able to go get them. So they've been fighting really hard and it seems like they were successful. I haven't heard about anyone else yet. I just saw that like 2 minutes ago, but I'm on my way to work, so I wanted to film it quickly. I'm super excited for them. They passed court the day I met Emrys, so it's been a long time for them waiting to pick up their son. I'm just super excited that he's finally going to come home, and that means hopefully by the time I'm done court, Emrys will have no trouble coming home. I'm still hoping that there's no second wave that causes bigger issues, but yeah, guys, big news for the adoption community. It's funny because my mom's always like, oh, you packed so far in advance, but hey, they got like maybe 48 hours notice. I think they knew something might be coming, but wasn't for sure. So it's good to pack in advance or have a rough idea. Like right now, Emrys's stuff is kind of just packed up like in an area. It's not like completely packed, but I could pack in probably 20 minutes if I needed to. I'm not ready for her because I don't have a car seat or anything like that. So like that would be a little more stressful. But I'm planning on doing that in July, like getting everything ready July-ish, by the end of July, so that way no matter when we get travel dates I can go do it. I'm still slightly being naive and hoping my court date gets moved up. Don't think it's going to happen, but I'm going to remain hopeful that it might. Maybe. I doubt it though, with everyone getting pushed. But anyway, super exciting news. I'm happy to report something happy for once. I did cry lots of happy tears when I read it because it's good news for me, it's good news for them, it's good news for all the kids that are waiting for families to come get them. So just want to give a quick update. I know my last update was about families traveling. I'll probably post this video right after that one, so that way, because that one was a short one. Anyway, I wanted to give a quick update. Let me relax a little bit. Quick update on the situation and what's happening. Did I say today is July 2nd? Don't remember, but today is July 2nd, 2020. Basically, Europe is reopening. Canada has said no to reopening until they've postponed it to July 31st. So I don't know what that's going to mean in terms of Bulgaria accepting Canadians or not, but at this point it doesn't really matter because families are traveling on exceptions, which is great. Quarantines are still happening. However, I'm hoping that if they are reopening up to Canadians, they will be dropping that mandatory quarantine, which would be really good, because I don't want to do that. I don't want to deal with that at all. So, yeah. Right now we're just basically waiting for court. I did get an update. Apparently I have to ask for updates. I didn't know that. I thought they would just give me a monthly update. But anyway, apparently I have to ask, and I can ask up to once a month. So they just updated saying she's healthy, she's fine, they're taking care of her. Because of COVID, she's not getting any extra support or anything like that, her therapies and stuff. So, whatever. Not a big deal at this point. It is what it is. But, yeah, so basically just kind of waiting for court. We just had my baby shower, which was a blast. I loved it. Adoption shower, whatever you want to call it. Her birthday. She just had her second birthday last week. happy and sad. Happy that she had a birthday, sad that I wasn't there and she wasn't home for it. But that means next birthday will be fantastic. So I have a 2-year-old now, my little baby. Super excited to get her home. I wish I got updates of videos or pictures or something, because I'm still missing that connection a little bit. It's getting better. She does feel like Emrys now. However, I'm still missing that connection of feeling like she's mine, that attachment piece. So we'll work on that when we get home. At this point, I am hoping to take off until next September, regardless of when she comes home. So if we manage to get her home at the end of August and I don't go back to work at all, I'll get a whole year off with her. If it's anytime in September, I'll get almost a year off with her. Financially, it is going to be rough. I'm not going to lie, it's not going to be an easy year, but I'm doing a no-spend year in order to make it happen. So it's going to be a challenge, but I'm willing to work on it in order to have more time off with her, because she deserves it, I deserve it. We deserve to have that time to attach and bond to each other. So really excited for that. Her room is basically done. Basically, I have I want to anchor this end table, and I think I have the plug behind me that I need to do something with, but beyond that, her room is done, which is so weird. Yeah, and I was like, oh, I need to get stuff done by court, and now it's pretty much done. Her car seat, I ordered a car seat, and that is coming tomorrow, I think. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to install it in my car, just to make sure that I can do it, but then take it out, because I don't want to drive around in it. Because if you're ever in an accident with a car seat in your car, the car seat has to be replaced. And I'd rather not. I've, knock on wood, never been in an accident, but you just never know. So I'd rather not drive around with it in my car if I can avoid it. So I'll keep it out of the car. I'm hoping they'll do a car seat clinic in August, and I'll reinstall it, take it to that, and then decide whether or not I want to take it or not. But I'm not too concerned. I've installed a lot of car seats, a lot of car seats, mostly infant car seats, but I have done some convertible car seats as well, rear facing. So I'm confident in my ability to install the car seat, but just to have peace of mind, go to the car seat clinic just to have them triple check that it's installed properly. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. This is kind of a short update to go with the other short update. But it's exciting that families are traveling. I'm really hopeful that the quarantine will be done. I'm really hopeful that the July 28th court date will actually happen, because at this point everything's opening back up, which worries me because it's kind of nerve-wracking. But it's also nice because I want the adoption to happen. I want to get her home. And then whatever happens after that, I could care less, because we can lock down. I have no issue with that. My plan is, because right now we would have to quarantine when we come back. So I would stock up on food for at least 2 weeks for me and her, and then go from there. I have friends that can deliver food if needed, but that's kind of my plan, to be prepared for at least 2 weeks. Because even if we don't get quarantined, it still would be nice to have 2 weeks of not needing to take her out into the world, where she might be overwhelmed a lot, especially after just traveling across the world and new person and stuff like that. Kind of gives us a minimum of 2 weeks of cocooning where we can limit our outside exposure. So that's kind of my plan. But basically right now it's kind of just getting ready. I've packed up our bag. The only thing I've left to pack is my clothes, because I got these dresses from Old Navy and they're wrinkling. And I hate it, because I don't wear stuff that wrinkles. And that is why I need to just not ever buy anything ever again. Because it's such a waste. Because with it wrinkling, I probably will wear it for Bulgaria and then maybe 2 or 3 times other than that. But it'll be shoved to the back of my closet and never really seen. Only one of the dresses are like that, but still. So I'm wearing one dress and I'm bringing 2 dresses. I'm wearing a pair of leggings. I'm bringing a pair of leggings. And then I'm going to bring a t-shirt, and I can wear a t-shirt and leggings for sleeping. And then socks and underwear and a bra. I'm packing really light. Emrys is going to have 3 outfits and a hoodie. I'll also wear a hoodie. I find airplanes very cold, so I always try to bring a hoodie even if it's summertime. So she'll have that. I'm going to wear runners, and I'm also bringing sandals, because I would like to look a little bit nicer when I go pick her up, because I know there'll be pictures and stuff. My attendant will take pictures, so I'm talking really fast and I'm talking. And I'm super excited. I feel like I kind of am all over the place with emotions. There's times where I feel like, oh my gosh, this is actually happening. And 2 months like not even 2 months, and I'll know what's happening. Like within this month, I'll know what's happening, because after court is when we'll have an idea about like when I'm traveling, if I'm gonna have the quarantine, stuff like that. So like maybe 6 weeks, 5-6 weeks, and I will know when she's coming home, and that's like super crazy. But on the other hand, it's like, I don't know, that seems so far away. But I don't know, I'm trying not to wish away my summer, because if I am going back to work, because she's not coming home yet, it's going to be so stressful. Like September is going to be crazy, so I kind of don't want to think about that at all. But I also want to kind of hurry up so that I know what's happening. But I don't know, it's like this weird thing. And she doesn't feel like mine, but she kind of feels like she's kind of feeling like mine, but not quite. And I don't know, it's so hard to explain the emotions that go on in my head. But basically it's a mix of positive and negative, and uncertainty and nervousness and excitement, and yeah, it's all that stuff. So anyway, this is much longer than I anticipated and planned on doing it. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update on what's happening, although it's in the past still. You'll probably see this maybe September, end of August, beginning of September. And so yeah, I'm going to try not to update again at all unless something major happens, and then I'll update for court when court happens. So there shouldn't be any updates until that court update, because I can't anticipate anything happening during the next couple weeks where I'm like, hey, there's something to really tell you guys about. Because as you guys know, things are changing constantly and there's a lot of unknowns. But just wanted to give a quick update to go with the other update of families picking up. They are actually, the family that traveled are picking up their son on Monday. I'm so excited for them. Their quarantine ends, I think, tomorrow. So not even that long. And then they can go get their son on Monday. So that's super exciting for them. Super exciting for the adoption community that things are moving along. And in the end, things really weren't that delayed for me. It's just really stressful with that court. That court being given and then taken away. If that never happened, I think emotionally I would have been so much better, because it would have just been like, yes, I got a court date. It's not till July, but that's okay because at least I have a court date. Whereas I was like teased by that May court date and all the stuff that came with it, because I would have been traveling now. So anyway, try not to dwell on that, because it gave me time to get her car seat and other stuff figured out, and her adoption shower done, and all that stuff. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.